advantage I had to using my pocket digital camera was I could turn it off and turn it back on again a few minutes later, or a few hours, or a few days later, and then join them all together on my computer, but that was so complicated and time-consuming. So now I just do them on my phone, and I hold the camera horizontal for a few seconds to make sure you're not looking at a partial screen video. I guess we're at peak leaf peeping. Peak peeping. Peak peeping. This is our usual Adirondack Northway speed trap. What would a drive downstate be like without a cop sitting on the side of the road catching someone going a nominal speed for these mostly empty highways? Crazy colors, huh? Wow, you'd never believe trees could get that beautiful. Where's Norman Rockwell when you need him? Poke-O Moonshine. P-O-K-O Moonshine. Poke-O Moonshine. Time to do some trail climbing. Bugs are almost gone for the season. There'll be a killing frost tonight. 25 degrees, minus 3 or 4 Celsius. It's all over.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I know you're looking forward to this hip chick. It's good for the snow tire industry and the rock salt industry. Cold, cold, cold. Why does it get so cold? How do the bugs survive the winter? The larvae digs down in the earth. Comes back to life in the spring. Yeah, we're going over the speed limit. Let's not get a ticket. Snap on. Nope. Post office truck on the hook. Crazy beautiful. I've got a question for the folks watching my YouTube channel. And no, it's not if I'm going to buy a Cummins, should I put a Cummins in my Suburban? I actually was watching a video today. I was watching your beekeeper out west with his new 24 valve, second generation turbo diesel 2-wheel drive Cummins. Anyhow, YouTube said you might want to watch this, looking through this grimy windshield. And it was a Cummins 5.9 5-speed Charger. Yep, the ones the police use. A rear-wheel drive Charger with a Cummins 5.9. Interesting. And the name of the videos and the company is One of Juan. O-N-E of W-O-N. One of Juan. And they were racing. What would a Cummins Challenger race? How about a Duramax Camaro, a new one? A white Charger with red stripes and a 5-speed and a hand grenade for a shifter. Racing a Duramax Camaro. I tell you, you gotta have talent, time, strong front springs. Hold up the extra weight of an Isuzu Duramax or a Cummins. And all I'm trying to do is get the taillights working, the brake lights on my Mercedes. Rock Auto has a mistake. One of the brake lights on my Mercedes burned out, so I went to Walmart and they got the wrong listing. It's a single filament, single pin bulb. Then I went to the auto parts store and I showed them that the pins were offset 150 degrees when you look at it from the lead end. Usually the pins are one there and one there, but mine are closer together on one side. I'm not talking about the depth. I'm talking about when you look at it from that way, with the lead looking you in the nose. You He says, yeah, never seen that before. I said, yeah, it's pretty typical of imported cars. They're 150 degrees off setting pins. Anyhow, so I went back to Rock Auto's website and I found that hella, of the 5 or 6 listings they have, or 7 listings, only the hella had the correct bulb. The other ones are probably for a sedan, which might use a separate bulb for the stop and running lamp. The wagon uses the same bulb. 2 contacts, not one. But they charge so little for their bulbs, like 30, 40, 50, 60 cents each. You got your choice: General Electric, Hella, Wagner, Denso, Ching Chang China ones, which some of them are made there anyways. And they sent me 8 air filters when I ordered one. It seems that Chrome autofill was autofilling the wrong boxes. I had to waste a half an hour of my time and mail those back. But what I do need for my Mercedes, if someone's in the junkyard, I need a little plastic socket that holds the bulb, a 2-contact plastic socket. I wish I had it here to show you. It's just this little plastic thing. Just look it up. Mercedes E320 1999 tail light or stop light socket. Little plastic rinky-dink thing. If you're in a junkyard, you unfold the spare tire cover, and that's another part that I need. Mine broke. There's these little pins, little spring clips that hold the plastic together from expanding. A little rinky-dink part. If you're in a junkyard that has a Mercedes station wagon, it's these little rinky-dink nothing clips, probably worth $12 for $1, if that. And I need them for my Mercedes so I can get my spare tire cover to snap into place. I tried fixing it with some epoxy. I epoxied the rod and then I forced it and everything went flying apart. I lost a couple of the spring clips that hold the plastic together that holds the rod in place. And the socket that holds the bulbs, not worth anything. And I went online to look at them and they're $5 each. $5 shipping, $10 for basically a put in your pocket part. So if anybody knows where there's a Mercedes, the sedans are probably the same as the wagon as long as it's a 2-contact bulb holder, because one of mine is deflective. No matter what I do, this light goes on and off, on and off. Sometimes it's just easier to change the socket, and I'm too cheap to buy a new one. We're heading to East Hampton, Massachusetts, somewhere around the Berkshires area. Springfield, Pittsfield, Northampton, East Hampton. We're going to East Hampton, Massachusetts to go to a Buick show. I went there last week, but I was a week early. Ha ha ha. So I'll try it again. In my big, beautiful Buick Electra. And maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will have a horn relay box, because mine's defective. No matter how many times I press it, it only honks 1 in 100 times. It's 10, 15, 20. Oh, there it is. There it is. Well, gotta press it another 99 times. I try to take the relay apart, and you cannot service it. The parts are way too small. They're buried in the bottom of a phenol plastic little box that big, and the contact's at the bottom of the box. You can probably fix it, but you buy a new one for $30 on eBay or a used one from the junkyard, put it in your pocket again. Nobody will care. Not worth very much. Maybe somebody will have one tomorrow. At the Buick meet, is it Surpac or Cermak Buick in East Hampton, Massachusetts? Look it up. October 15th, East Hampton, Massachusetts Buick show at the Buick dealer. I can believe they still make Buicks. Probably make more of them in China than they do here in America on that. That's true, look it up. They make more Buicks in China, I think, than they do in America. That's the only reason Buick is still in business. Pontiac shouldn't be, but Buick is. Because the Chinese like their Buicks. Go figure. I bet you they like this Buick. Even though in 33 miles that we've driven so far, I've already used up that much gas. I filled it up before we left. Super premium, ethanol free, $2.93 a gallon. $1 more than the cheapest regular that's probably in South Carolina right now. That's where we should be. South Carolina is calling. Nice weather. Hope you're enjoying the leaf peeping we're doing. there probably. Oh, the beautiful Adirondacks. Foliage turn, and then you leave. Watch the leaves, then you leave. And you head to South Carolina. It's probably 80 degrees today instead of 54, probably 25 Celsius instead of 12. Sorry I can't show you changing the lift pump on my Cummins or taking a test drive in my Duramax Camaro or my Cummins Charger. You're just going to watch the leaves changing while we drive along. first prize. I actually greased the undercarriage before I left. I'll win the best lubricated undercarriage, also known as the greasiest piece of shoe. 4 seconds. I think you've had enough, haven't you? It'd be nicer if I had a clean windshield. But we can only dream and have our bucket list.